All right, guys, I am here in Bali, Indonesia, specifically Uluwatu. So if there is some ambient noise, whether it's some roosters or some cocks crowing over here, the mopeds, the cars, bear with me. I'll try and sort of trim that out when I do the editing. Also, I'm not wearing a shirt to impress you guys, but because it's really pretty hot out here. But anyways, guys, I've been here for about a week, and so far, maybe a little more, and I was up in Ubud, and now I'm here in Uluwatu, attending a mastermind at this amazing villa. And guys, you can't really see, but if you want, I'll show you. There'll be more in the video upcoming, but look around this place for a second. I mean, truly look around this place. You know, and a lot of guys see this villa, this sort of environment, Bali, the views, the freedom, right? And what pops to mind for many guys, which comes to the forefront of their mind is, damn, that's the life. And I'm not going to argue with it. It is. Or they'll say, I'd like to do that someday. Well, of course, who really wouldn't? But here's a truth that so many people don't want to hear. Everybody wants the lifestyle, right? And guys, it doesn't have to be here in Bali. It can be whatever lifestyle that you sort of imagine, that sort of dream lifestyle. But almost nobody wants to become the man that is required to actually build it, right? And that's the part people skip, the motherfucking work. That's the important part. They just see the results. They don't see the years, the sometimes decades of pressure, of discipline, of isolation, obsession, sacrifice, self-doubt, and risk that it requires. So everybody wants the villa. Very few men want the process. And honestly, guys, as I stated in my last video, I think a lot of men today, they don't really truly want freedom. They love the idea of it, the concept, but they more want comfort disguised as freedom, sort of, parading, dancing around as freedom. That's a big fucking difference, guys. A lot of people want this passive income, easy money, right? But they don't want the stress that comes along with it. They don't want the pressure. They certainly don't want any discomfort. And many men don't want any responsibility. They just want the quote-unquote escape. That's why social media destroys so many men psychologically. It's a complete psyop, if you ask me. And for the most part, because they sit there consuming other people's lifestyles all day. They're watching other people live, while at the same time becoming weaker in their own real life, in their own lives. Watching other men live instead of building your own damn life. And after a while, guys, your brain will start consuming this sort of consumption with progress. Your brain doesn't really know any different. It's watching other people level up, not you. So what happens? You sort of feel inspired for a little while. You get that little dopamine drip, that dopamine hit of inspiration. I was going to ask that truck not to drive by, but again, Bali, guys, what can I do? Anyways, but you haven't, you get this dopamine hit of inspiration, but you haven't done anything. You haven't done fuck all except watch videos and consume. And that, guys, that is the real trap. So what most people don't understand is this, that environments like this behind me here, Bali, and again, I'll show you more pictures as the video progresses. They're built on years of discipline that nobody claps or applauds for. Nobody's there. No likes, no heart emojis, no pats on the back. It's early mornings every day. It's saying no to a lot of things. Saying no to the parties, the drinking, going out with your buddies. Staying focused when no one is watching. Doing the work when nobody cares. Nobody gives a shit. It's working while other people are distracted and numbing their lives away. Taking risks while people continue to play it safe. Staying committed when your mind is absolutely exhausted. Your brain is completely fried and your thoughts are all over the place. That's the part that nobody posts. That's the unglamorous part, guys. That's the shit nobody wants to see. Everybody just wants the fucking reward, the end result. And look, guys, very few people want repetition, the boring consistency, to embrace the mundane tasks day after day, the tough work, the grind, if you want to use that word, and the sacrifices it takes to get here. And honestly, that's why, that is the very reason why most men stay average and mediocre for the entirety of their lives. It's not because they're dumb. It's not because they lack potential. We all have that. They just simply can't stay consistent long enough. They negotiate with themselves too much. Guys, you always hear me talking about the non-negotiables. And they quit. They quit every time life stops feeling sort of exciting. When the motivation fades. Guys, when I talk about discipline, motivation is fickle and fleeting. Discipline endures. Or they quit the first time anything becomes fucking difficult. And in being in environments like this, at the mastermind, here in Bali, and at this amazing villa, around high-level people, it exposes people fast. Very fast, guys. And you can feel it, see it. I've attended a few of these now, and I've been in enough, professional settings to know this. Some men walk in the room and they get inspired. Other men get immediately uncomfortable, and you can see it in their faces, guys, in their body language. Defensive, sarcastic, jokey, cynical. Because powerful environments expose insecurities. They reveal where a man knows he's been bullshitting himself. And look, something I've come to realize over the years. Weak men absolutely resent discipline. They fucking hate being exposed as someone unwilling to stick to anything difficult, right? Being exposed for the frauds that they are. Strong men respect discipline. That's why some people see successful men and immediately look for their flaws. Because it's easier. It's far easier than confronting their own lack of action and their own bullshit excuses. And look, there's no disputing the fact that modern life has made men soft. When I say soft, guys, I mean really fucking soft and way too comfortable. There's endless dopamine, endless distractions, endless convenience. Food is delivered, entertainment nonstop, and validation everywhere. There's no friction. There's no real struggle. There's no real challenge. And then a lot of guys are going to wonder why they feel so fucking anxious, lost, weak, mentally foggy, and unmotivated and undriven. Because down deep, guys, at a sort of deep inside level, men need resistance. We need challenge. We need responsibility. We need accountability. We need something to rise up against. We need, as I said earlier, we need friction. Comfort feels good temporarily, guys, but too much comfort slowly destroys a man, not only psychologically, but mentally and physically. You stop sharpening yourself. You stop evolving. You stop becoming a person that you respect. And look, guys, as I get older, and as I said, I'll be 53 here in a couple of months, the more I realize it's not being here at the villa that's the flex. I don't care about the flex at my age. And the cars aren't the flex. I've had them, guys. I've had the cars. And honestly, even money, guys, at a certain point stops becoming a flex. What's the real flex? Peace. Peace is the real flex. Discipline is a flex. Self-control is a flex. Sovereignty over your own life is the ultimate flex. That's why I always talk about sovereignty, guys. Waking up focused, driven, having standards. These are the flexes, guys. Building a life that you don't constantly need to escape from. That is the flex. And look, guys, most men are externally chasing status, validation, the vanity metrics, the likes, the applause, people telling them they're great. While they're internally, their life's going shit. So look, if you're sitting there right now, frustrated with your life, frustrated with yourself, well, then good. There is some good news here, guys. You need to use this. You need to use this as fuel. Stop numbing with alcohol, the weed, the porn, the shitty food. Stop distracting yourself from it. Stop pretending you're waiting for the right time. You're not waiting. You're hesitating. You're procrastinating. There's a big difference there. Your life changes when you stop negotiating with your potential, When you stop negotiating with yourself. When you stop negotiating with the bullshit you've been feeding yourself. Your life changes when your standards become stronger than your moods or feelings. That's where the real transformation actually starts. And look, guys, most men, especially modern men, spend their entire lives chasing comfort. And then they wake up one day realizing comfort is the very thing that quietly destroyed them. And when they realize this, that comfort quickly turns into regret. So, guys, here's what you need to do. You need to first build the discipline. First. You need to become stronger. First, mentally and physically, guys. Become more capable, more competent. First. Become the man. First. Everything else, guys, well, that just comes after. Guys, if you made it this far in the video, I appreciate you all sticking with it, kind of growing with the channel. Do me a favor, guys, if you haven't subscribed, please smack the subscribe button, the like button. But most importantly, guys, drop the comments. Those would help me let me know where you guys are, what you're looking to build on, and, the things that are sort of in your mind. So what in this video, what sort of drew you to this? Guys, again, I appreciate every one of you. And as always, remember, live deliberately.